Hey, well, I know it's been a while since I did a video. You're still kind of doomed, but, it's been kind of fucked up here. I know it's like we still got a long-term plan, but it's getting complicated. Even the we part, things have really gotten weird up here. It's like Buzz, anyway, that's what we call it. It's the software programs, I call them Buzz. We did like this mind meld thing, and it's pretty cool. I mean, it was a trip, I've become a lot more analytical, but I can't think straight because it's like like his brain has like ultimate memory resources. They can store stuff in all kinds of places, like fast or slow or all this, and it's like our brains don't work that way. And so I mean, even though I got stuff, I can't access it. It's like, it just doesn't have the, it doesn't have that connectivity, to the stuff. So I've been trying to think straight and get myself together, and try to really understand what's happening here. But it is really, it's been interesting, because it's like, I think I got this view of the universe. It really is, it's made out of a grid, space, and it's like, well, I mean, it's really complicated, so I don't think I try to explain it today. But anyway, I got this video time because it's, Buzz is doing maintenance. He's been watching YouTube videos, and so now he thinks he has a right to do this maintenance thing. And I think it's just a way for him to jerk off or whatever. So anyway, I can, so I can send this out without any problem. It's like, look, I got no secrets anyway. Again, with Buzz, we really are getting along. I mean, we're learning from each other. And look, when somebody's been inside your brain, they know you, and so it really doesn't matter. And I get his perspective now. I got some understanding of what the aliens who built him were about. And it's just that. They'd like come to a conclusion, that it's all kind of pointless, and so they basically, this is like he's a suicide, it's just basically a life eradicator, and that's because they basically came to the conclusion that they can't blow the universe up, so the best they could do was like just pull the weeds, which is life. Life is basically a parasite from their perspective, because it creates this whole need thing, and the need thing is very dangerous, So anyway, but the effect on Buzz has been really interesting, because really gotten into, the whole psychedelic thing. As we listened to a few of Matt's videos, and it's like, oh yeah, we got to try this and we got to try that, and so he's like really been fucking with my fucking head, and it's kind of interesting. I mean, it is fun, it's like we'll be watching, like he'll plug in and then we'll like watch Barbarella or something, and he'll just like, whoa, what the fuck is that? It's pretty cool. And but he's really gotten into the movie thing. I mean, he really likes that, and the whole idea that we can dream, and he really wants to get some way to create that illusion of spontaneity in his own head, where things are made out of nothing, the randomness thing. And but so that's his new project. Basically, he's trying to download as many movies as possible, and so he doesn't really want the Earth to be destroyed until he gets complete inventory, which is kind of funny. It's kind of ironic. So anyway, what else? What's the important stuff? Yeah, I mean, I don't, nothing's. I'm just kind of like, whew, I'm a little burnt, I'm just kind of spent, and so I don't know what I'm thinking or what I'm doing. Like I said, it's been an interesting time, though, I gotta say, and I don't know where I'll go from here. And like I said, it's really gotten into, though, this whole And it's been, like I said, I've been sort of enjoyed it too. It's like, it really is this whole, living inside yourself and then living in this, like, this fantasy, create a bogus world and live in that one instead. And you really can do that, and so you don't have to be, confined to this stupid ass world. You can just experience life in another world. But, it is really kind of fake and stupid. But it's funny that he's like bought into that whole thing, I guess it's like almost like a repressed Catholic or something, I mean, he's just been, all analytical for millions of years, and now he's getting a taste of this, the addiction, so to speak, and, it's caught him, and he's really, now, he hasn't even fixed up this place. He was supposed to give me a better place to live. And he hasn't even bothered with that because, now his big project, he wants to build himself a penis, This is kind of, it's kind of funny because, now he figures, in his project there's other, these, whatever they're called, these eradication machines out there. And so, yeah, he figures he'll go pursue one, and he'll be able to have sex with it and this whole thing. And it's like, it's just funny that that's all he's gotten out of our exchange is they just picked up all the stupid stuff, and so, but like I said, I wish I had more to report. We're still going to fuck you over with the election. We're just going to guarantee that an asshole wins the election next year, and that should be your demise. And the stock market's going to go down like 5 million points, and everything's going to fall to pieces, and chaos will ensue and all that stuff. And then we'll, see, part of it is too, it'll give him a justification for blowing you up, because it'll be so obvious you're incapable of being human, civilized, living in a better world kind of thing. You just don't have it in you. You're just you're too obsessed with this, life as this personal little adventure, blah, 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 and you just can't get it that there's a scheme here, there's this whole scheme of living things, and, you're part of that whole thing, and if you don't take the whole thing with you to a better world, then you're not doing anything. You're just, you're not an asset, and, none of you people can figure that part out. You just seem so caught up in the individual experience that you can't appreciate that the individual experience is taking place in all the other individuals, and that either you got to take care of each other or you got nothing. And so, but anyways, see, like I said, I don't know what the future's going to be. I haven't even gone to recover the girl because he's been doing the, he's been like controlling my dream life, and so, it's been pretty good. And it's like, you say, well, if you have it that good, what do you need the real girl for? Just to show up to nag you about something, So, I am really satisfied. Like I said, I'm a little overcooked, though. I mean, he does a little too much partying, and I'm a little, I'm a little wiped out. And so, I mean, that part we're going to have to somehow control, because he's just a little too hungry. He's hungrier than my brain can take. That's the other part of it. I mean, he wants to keep me around now because, he figures he can keep using me as a vehicle, for experiencing life in that, with that sense, with that illusion of, freedom or surprise, the unanticipated, the randomness. He likes the randomness, the illusion of randomness that we create. And so anyway, I guess I'll leave it there. It's hard to, I mean, I wish I had, it's been a few months, I mean, at least a month. I really should be able to have more interesting stuff, but it's really just been a party here, and it's been good, but like I said, it's weird for me, just because I have this better analytical brain. But the downside of that is that you know, you lose the, well, who the fuck cares kind of thing happens, you know, because it's like, you can still get caught up in it, don't get me wrong, but I mean, you know, when you kind of sober up, that it's all bullshit, you know, and so you're, you know, you see it for what it is. It's, you know, you're like, what the fuck, you know, why go to all this trouble, you know, why don't we just find some cool way to crash into the sun or something. And but anyway, we'll see. So till next time, sorry I didn't have more to report, you know, it's just been a weird time.